It was the weirdest feeling. Again, these feelings. It was the weirdest thing I've felt in my life, being just dominated by a dude. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this dude plays basketball, Hall of Fame, so. But
he's gonna be big.
Yeah, he's gonna be big, but I'm big. I'm not smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 21, the show where you really get to know your vendors here in Oklahoma City. My name is Rob Jacobs. I'm the owner and lead photographer of Everything Photography. And with me here today, I have DJ Jax Steel, a.k.a. Brandon Lee. How's it going, Brandon?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing good.
Awesome.
We just got everything set up here in your studio. And honestly, dude, I love this. You have two rooms you work out of for a studio.
You are correct.
He has a dog, so
yeah.
we'll probably hear every now and then. We got dogs at our house, so it's really not a big deal.
Okay, awesome. And just seriously, when we started recording, of course, they start barking.
He was really cool the entire setup time, though.
The whole time.
The whole time, man.
Yeah, man.
So I asked you if you wanted to kind of participate in something I'm doing, and you just jumped on it, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You didn't even ask what the heck we were doing, so I appreciate that like a lot.
It's all good.
Yeah, so this is the pilot episode, and if this really goes well, I'd like to see how many other vendors we can get going in 2021. What I have going on here is just a fishbowl full of 21 questions, and I'm going to have you draw out a question, and you're going to hand it to me. And I'm just going to read it off to you, and you're just going to answer it openly and honestly, and there's just going to be no stress. Then we have some real personal questions here. We have some really less personal questions about business mainly.
Okay.
And what people can expect from you as a vendor at their wedding or event. So,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
cool. You ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, we'll draw the first one.
All right, let's go.
And you just hand it over here.
All right.
Perfect.
I don't know what these are, by the way.
Man, this is actually starting off pretty heavy already. So.
Oh, okay, yay.
Yeah, right? Good stuff. So far in your career,
Uh-huh.
what do you see as the best and the worst moments?
The best moment is, I'd say, being on stage every time, or in front of people. It's fun to see them interact, engage, throw hands up in the air, and just really live in the moment whenever I spin their favorite track or play their favorite song. The worst time is when no one does anything.
Oh, yeah?
They look at you and they're like, dude, what are you playing? I like to mix it up. I go from 50s to 90s to EDM to country. I do everything. So it's reading the room. It's kind of funny. So yeah, man, that's the best time. So
That's awesome. What would you say would probably be like a worst time that you could think of?
the worst time is heck.
Have you ever played a concert where people just weren't reactive?
Yes. Okay, so the type of, say for instance, like when I'm on stage at a festival or something, I play what's called big room, okay, as far as the EDM genre.
Okay.
It's literally called big room.
Okay.
So when you don't have a lot of people to to play in front of, it's really hard to interact with no one.
Yeah.
It's not like just a steady, groove of normal house music that's a lounge type or anything like that. It's an engaging type of music. So I have to have a crowd to perform in front of. So that's the worst time, is when, you get maybe 6 or 7 people out there and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So.
This is meant for a huge crowd, and
Exactly.
I got a couple people here. I like to let you draw that way. I can
Surprise me?
Yeah, you can surprise yourself is really what it is. Okay, well, this kind of actually piggybacks on the last thing you just said. How do you actually motivate a shy crowd to dance? Because at a lot of weddings, we've been to a lot of weddings where the crowd just does not want to dance,
Yes.
How do you motivate them?
So there are a couple of DJ tricks, line dances. Everybody knows a line dance, Cupid Shuffle, the wobble. And if it's a country type crowd, Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson, Shania Twain. Just basically do line dances to get the crowd motivated. And then when they're out there, you can go into club type music.
Okay.
It's different, different crowd, different types of music, but everybody generally knows the hit songs, Ice Ice Baby, Can't Touch This, things like that. The normal things that everybody knows. And then once they're out there, then it's that's your job as a DJ to keep them engaged.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, a question that's actually not on the menu, but who is this little kitten? What we got here?
Heck, I don't. Which one is that?
It's the Siamese looking
Oh.
one. Please don't wait.
Oh,
darn.
no.
Okay. All right, you were gonna be in the video.
It's,
But yeah.
God bless, I forgot his name. 17 cats.
Yeah. So you were saying you have 6
Oh, it's
cats
Dobby.
and six cats and how many dogs?
2 dogs. Yeah, 6 cats and 2 dogs.
How do the cats and the dogs react?
They, at first, they were kind of scary, scared of each other, and the cats versus the dogs, because the dogs are huge.
Yeah. Well, you say they're both pit bull mixes, right?
Yeah, pit bull mastiff and a boxer pit bull. So it's they're pretty big dogs, and small kittens. They're like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
So
you had to have 6 of them to outweigh 2 of them. So it makes
yes.
sense.
Well, I didn't want to separate them. They're family. It's like, okay, well, you got 2 over here, and then you can't just take one from its brother and sister. So
I'm with that.
Big call it soft. Yeah, but it's just like I don't.
I'm sure
I
you never
can't
heard
do
that before.
Not at all. No, I'm tough. I'm tough.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so whenever you go out to a wedding, how many hours do you typically go out to a wedding for?
Oh God, I'm there at least 3 hours before, 4 hours before, setting up, obviously, running a DJ business for weddings, lights, sound, making sure it works, measuring out how big the venue is. I like to engulf my clients in sound, so I like having speakers all around them instead of just up front.
Okay.
One, it saves me from turning up and blasting my equipment to death, because if, and then it saves me from killing the people in the front versus, if there's tables behind, killing the people in the back, or excuse me, them not being able to hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm out there, at least like 3-4 hours before, and then breaking it down another like hour and a half afterwards, because it's generally myself setting it up, breaking it down, along with my girl. If she can make it, I mean, everybody has.
It's great to have your
lives.
teammate there with you,
Man,
but
I'm
sometimes
telling
they're
you,
just not available.
Exactly. So
I get that.
it's pretty tough, having it, especially not knowing the terrain. I mean, you have to, know what you're doing first.
What's the furthest? This isn't even a question in here, so I don't feel bad for asking.
No, you good.
What's the furthest you've gone to shoot a wedding or do an event before? Like furthest distance away?
About 2.5 hours.
Really? Where'd you go to?
Some small town. I have no idea. It's
Here in
some
Oklahoma, though?
it's in Oklahoma.
Okay,
It's some
cool.
small town. They were just like, hey, come out to this barn, and I was like, okay, cool.
Let's do it,
Like,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So it
That's
makes
awesome.
money, so it's all good, man.
That's great, man. Cool. We'll do the next one whenever you're ready.
All right, let's go. There you go.
All right. You know what? You kind of already slightly answered this one, and you can kind of elaborate on it some more. Do you bring any lighting or special effects with you, and what do you bring?
I bring lighting, lasers, basically, an experience of light, sound, lasers, speakers galore. Like I said, I like to engulf everyone in sound. I mean, so everybody can hear it. If you're going to hire me, or if I'm going to play a show or something, I'm going to put on a show. That's what you're paying for.
Cool, man.
And even if it's, if I'm out there for free, say for instance doing a festival, doing my own personal thing, I'm going to put on a show.
Yeah.
That's what's.
I bet that's what
about.
really, and that can really help get people amped up when they got those lasers and they got everything going on there.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So they, and everybody's like, oh, this is awesome. Wasn't expecting this, and that's the fun part of it. It's not just like, okay, it's just a wedding DJ playing music. I can't get down with
You're
that.
not just playing a playlist.
No.
You're putting on a show.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of, and I'm not going to knock anybody specifically, but I've seen a lot of wedding DJs that just show up and they plug in their laptop and they have, they bring some equipment, some pretty nice equipment. It looks like some nice soundboards. Like this is a really nice soundboard looking right here.
Yeah.
But they bring a bunch of stuff and they just play a playlist.
Yeah, and I can't stand that. I'm like, dude, you're not okay. Again, everybody has their own thing, but it's if you're paying for a DJ $1,500 to $2,000, and they're playing a playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. No, but they're playing a playlist, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, especially for people that really invest into it. That's one night of their life.
Yeah.
That they can't get back, and you're playing a playlist for them. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
man.
they're not putting on a show. You are. That's a big difference there, man.
Yeah,
big difference.
So that's what I like to do, and it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Whatever you're ready.
Right. Awesome, son. You are killing me.
He is the sweetest, cute little cat in the world, man. Like,
He is. Everybody else is asleep and chilling, and here he comes. But okay.
He is Siamese. If you please.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I don't know what that one actually goes to.
Hey, bud.
You can even hold it. I don't care.
No, I got black on.
Oh, it's good point. Yeah.
Hey, bud. Mwah. Go that way. Hiya.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is the funniest, speaking of what just happened there, what is the funniest thing you've seen happen at a wedding?
It's when the older generation gets drunk.
Oh, yeah.
It's they get a little intoxicated and they think they're 20 again.
Oh,
And I mean they are
Grandpa's trying to hit the floor, huh?
Yeah, grandpa's hitting the floor and you're like, dude, you okay? Go you. It cracks me up. And they're the most lively, and sometimes they, when everyone goes away and, the older ones go to sleep, you get one or two of them there like, dude, we're trying to, relive our, younger days. And they're out there like, hey, play and random unexpected music. They're like, hey, dude, play some Tupac. And you're like, dude, what?
What did you just ask me?
What did you just, yeah. It's like, dude, you're like, okay, dude, whatever. Or, dude, I want to hear the Stanky Leg. And you're like, and I know I'm naming old songs, but that's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And, they think it's still up to date or whatnot, but it's like, okay, dude, I got you, man. Let's get into it, I guess. So that's the funniest stuff I've seen, man, is the older generation still thinks they can get down out there with them.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Sierra and I had a wedding this one time, and it was probably one of our first weddings where a gentleman, the groom, they had a tradition in the family to toss the groom into a pool or into a pond. Well, the groom got picked up, got tossed in, and he was cool with it, but what he wasn't cool with was coming up without his ring. His finger was not ready, dude. The ring just came right off and was at the bottom of the pool. Yeah. So, or the bottom of the lake. So that wasn't coming back. Needless to say, my buddy Lane. No, we never got it. Needless to say, he now has like a $25 wedding band.
Yeah.
It's just a smart thing to do. Yeah.
Well, okay.
So, it was funny, but it was also devastating. But
yeah.
I can vibe with what you're talking about with the older generation getting out there and trying to break it down.
Yeah, it's a sight to see. I'll tell you that.
Truly.
Yeah.
You're ready.
All right.
Ooh, big one. Okay, all right. Here's one that's not serious, not about your business, not really about your personal life, but kind of helps us examine who you are.
Okay.
Someone gives you an elephant. You can't sell it or give it away. What do you do with the elephant?
I'm probably going to ride it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to ride it and parade it around.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I can't get rid of it or sell it. I might as well
play some shows on the back of it.
I mean, do something with it. I mean, but yeah, I would ride it.
Okay, I dig it. I love it. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, there you go.
That's probably the most oddball question we have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's kind of a more about you question. Television, books, or podcasts? What's your favorite? I know you're into anime.
Yes, I am.
I know you're big into anime.
Yes,
I know you're into Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Do you read books often? Or do you listen to podcasts?
Podcast, I'd say more along the lines of podcasts, YouTube. I'd listen to books. Reading, I'd have to stop what I'm doing.
Part of that ADHD generation.
Yeah, I'd have to stop what I'm doing. I'm always moving around, but you spend a third of your life in a car.
Yeah.
So
you're
you
right.
might as well learn something or listen to something that you can learn from.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So I'd say more along the lines of podcasts and listening to books.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, other than that,
how much do you sit down watching TV these days?
Oh God, at max, I'd say late at night, probably 35, 40 minutes watching TV.
What's your choice right now? What are you watching?
I am watching several different shows, just random animes. I mean, that's literally it. I'm tired
We finally just watched Demon Hunter.
Oh,
and
no.
we haven't even seen the movie yet. Was the movie worth it?
I haven't watched the movie yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the movie. I'd say about halfway through Demon Hunter. Jujutsu Kaisen is where I'm at right now.
Okay.
That is a kid who swallows a demon finger and becomes possessed by the demon, and the demon's trying to kill him, as well as he's like, you're not gonna take over my body. So it's the animation is legit.
That sounds pretty cool.
So you need to watch it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now, and when I get a chance.
Yeah.
Besides making music.
Busy though, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's things are happening. I can't say much, but things are happening to where it's looking good. So, yeah, always busy. Yeah.
I like to hear.
Yep.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, all right. Here comes a pretty good one. Now, tell me about DJ Jax Steel's style.
Energetic.
Yeah.
I'd like to say fun, and engaging. Big influences are, say for instance, when I'm at a wedding. Again, I like to put on a show.
Yeah.
So boring is not a thing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay me to do something, you're gonna get the most for your money.
That's awesome.
As far as being on stage at a festival or anything like that, big influences are Martin Garrix, the big names, and watching them and studying them. Again, they put on a show. They don't just hit play.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do boring. It's just not a part of my nature.
It's not worth it.
It's
if
exactly.
If you're gonna do something, you're gonna make it worth your time, not just worth somebody's money, but worth your time.
Exactly. So pushing play and stuff, I see people. I'm just like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
So,
you ever find yourself trying something new? What do you try anything new? Is there anything new to try?
There is more along the lines of coming from behind the decks, knowing where your music is, coming from behind the decks, going out and high-fiving some people real quick.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'd love to see that at a wedding. No joke. I'd love to see that at a wedding because some of those weddings, like we were saying earlier, they just get stale. People don't want to get up and dance, and that's fine. Not everybody has to dance. I'm not a big dancer, but if you turn on the right song, I'll get to moving.
Exactly.
And then people will apologize for getting me to moving. But yeah, I can see somebody getting out there to start high-fiving people and start really getting people up and dancing.
Hey, yes.
Do you ever get up there and bust a move with people?
I do. Sometimes during country songs, I like to, two-step sometimes with different people. I'm like, dude, get up. This is a party.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
It's a celebration.
Exactly. So get up and come through and then, race back going, oh, crap, we got like 30 seconds of song. Like, I got to go pick something else. So
get lost in the music.
It's fun at the time. And then you're running, you're sitting there going, the song's in. Oh crap, the song's in.
I was doing this.
Yeah, I'm the one doing this. So yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the new stuff.
And that's your style.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you gotta stay attentive.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, what do you typically wear at a wedding?
I generally wear, say for instance, the Jaxs Steel apparel, and then some nice slacks and some nice shoes. It is a wedding, but at the same time, I am promoting myself in my business.
Absolutely.
So
you're a businessman.
So that's generally what I wear, or I might wear a polo with the Jaxs Steel embroidery.
Oh, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next up. We're getting through these pretty quick. All right, here's a good one. It's kind of a backstory question. How'd you get started specifically as a DJ?
Oh.
Because, I've known you for a little while, but I don't know how this happened.
The DJ thing started in Dallas, which is where I'm originally from. I worked at a club and a bar as a bouncer, and I talked to the owner, and I was like, you need something to liven the place up besides a jukebox.
What year was that?
Oh, God, 2000 and, I want to say 8, 7? Wow. A while ago. And I was like, dude, you can get a DJ program for free. At the time it was free. And, just do a trial and I'm not going to recommend this, but ripping songs, old school style.
Yeah.
LimeWire, Frostwire, stuff like that. So you can do all of that and, you have a dance floor. Mm-hmm. But, when you put money in a jukebox, you got to wait till it cycles through and then, you paid for a song. It was one of those jukeboxes that, you put $1 in and you pick a song and it may come on 30 minutes later. Yeah. Or you pay $5 and you can hear the song instantly. And I'm like, when people want to hear their song, then they want to get out there and dance and stuff. And it's like, well, now they waited 30 minutes and they don't want to do it anymore. So I was like, dude, you got a dance floor. You got, speakers. Uh-huh. get a DJ. And, you know, he was like, well, if you can bounce and DJ at the same time, go for it. So that's what started it. And I didn't have a board, didn't have anything, had just a laptop.
Come on,
and
man.
I learned how to do it on the keyboard. And,
Yeah.
and so he, you know, it took off from there. And that was just me just half doing it.
Yeah, figuring it out.
Yeah. And
Figuring it out.
got serious about, I'd say, going on 2 years ago now, really getting into it. And actually 3 years ago now, really getting into it and concentrating on it. And that's just what took off. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
and the name, I just made it up. Just made it up, so.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, so you already said you get out on the dance floor and kind of get people going.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sitting behind your stand here, what's your go-to dance move? If you have to if you're just filling a song, what are you doing?
It's kind of I stole it from my little brother who put me on to this DJ. His name was Fisher. Okay, and he has this weird wrist flick thing.
Oh. Okay.
And he just does it, and I'll play around and do it, but when I'm feeling, I'm just like, and make the stank face. So it's the weird half Fisher stank face type song.
Okay.
Like
what was
when I'm
the
feeling
name?
the song.
Half Fisher?
His name is Fisher, but it's a half weird thing because I can't take it because that's his
his
thing.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
But it's a half like face thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. The Fisher.
The Fisher.
The Fisher.
Yeah.
I like that. I have to start busting some Fisher. What is the biggest crowd you've ever DJ'd for?
I'd say, from the looks of it, it was tiny, but it clocked in at somewhere around 750.
Really?
Yeah, it looked.
Where?
It was in Arkansas. It was at a festival in Arkansas.
Yeah, man.
It didn't look like there was a lot of people, but they were like, dude,
was it a big venue? Was it outdoors?
Yeah, it was outdoors.
Okay.
It was outdoors. And it was called Spring Base. Shout out to Broganic. But they clocked in. They were like, dude, there's about 750 people. I'm sitting there going, okay, that's pretty cool.
That's a
Didn't
big
know
deal.
It was just so spread out, but you know,
were people really getting into it?
Oh yeah, they really enjoyed the set. I got a lot of feedback saying that it was legit. So
it was worth it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's a good deal right there.
Yeah,
750 people.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Man,
you can't really see when you're up there and everything's going. You can't. I mean, you can see probably.
Do you get tunnel vision? Is that something that goes on for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the craziest thing. I've never experienced anything like it before in my life. You know, played football, whatever, and you know, you're in there and you're like, okay, it's a lot going on, but you're there and you know what's going on. When you're on stage, it starts and it's over, and you're like, what just happened? I don't know. And next thing you know, it's over. Yeah, it's weird. It's real weird.
Just like that, huh?
It's literally like
just
that.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And that didn't pause or anything, did it? All right, where's your favorite non-wedding venue to perform? Now, I can only imagine it's probably that last place you were talking about with the 750 people, but maybe it wasn't. Like, what was your favorite place you've ever performed?
I'd say that was fun. I'd say New Year's. Last year at our event center, it's called the Fandango, where we put on event. New Year's was a lot of energy.
Big deal.
That was, I mean, it had everybody.
That's a nice event center too.
Yeah, it had everybody from, all over the city, all our friends, things like that. You know, after the club ended, it was nice. That was, confetti going everywhere, laser. I mean, it was just,
Come on. What time did you guys quit?
Oh, we quit at 6 in the morning.
I was about to say, like, you guys, man, I can't imagine y'all quit at midnight.
Yeah, no, not at all. No.
That's barely getting picked up by that point.
Yeah, and then, you know, it was, you know, right at 12 o'clock. That's when my set went on. It was like, Happy New Year. And then, boom, and then everything went. And we had dancing girls everywhere. Go-go dancers, excuse me. They like to be called. We had go-go dancers everywhere. It was nice.
Yeah.
There's videos out there and stuff like that.
What was that event called? Are you guys doing it again?
We are actually, just found out today that we are going to do it again this year.
Okay. That's coming up. Where we're halfway through the year, man. We're over halfway through the
I
year.
know. And then the next big one we're going to do is My Bloody Valentine for Halloween. That's our next big one. But heck, I got festivals and things like that all before then. So, but yeah, man, that was the most fun. I'm not going to lie. That was our most fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
Heck yeah, let's do it. We'll find a more creative way to get these drawn out of here, like a little fishing pole or something. Figure something out. Put a little magnet on there.
This is very intimate, bro. This is legit.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so you get like all sorts of involved in these weddings. Like you get out there, you dance, you have fun with people.
Yeah.
And most DJs that I've seen are acting as MCs all throughout the day, throughout the wedding day, like helping people move out to the ceremony, move in from the ceremony, announcing, when the bride and groom are coming in or when the speeches and toasts are going to happen. You do all that kind of stuff? I
do. It's funny because I find out either the day before or the day of that I'm doing that, and I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. So please, I don't know which camera to look at.
You can look at this one here.
Tell the DJ before that they're doing this so they can prepare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with that.
But yeah, it's interesting to get with the actual event coordinator, and you're sitting there going, okay, what's going on? So, but yes, it's fun throughout the day. Yeah, going in, out, toasts and things like that, and yeah.
Heck yeah.
So, and also get involved with the toasts and everything like that. It's fun.
Yeah, there you go. We've been to way too many weddings that don't do any toasts at all.
I find the younger crowds, they just want to go, they just want to party. Yeah. That's the young generation.
They want to get out there and dance and drink and
have fun. They don't really care much for tradition like that anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's there occasionally, but I've had...
Well, times in weddings change, like they used to never want somebody to see the bride before the wedding. Now we're doing first looks and first touches and first look with dad and stuff like that, and I think wedding culture is honestly changing quite a bit.
It's become interesting, I've done, country weddings to, heck, I just did a Persian wedding. I mean, and it's interesting. Like you said, at first it's like, don't let the groom see the bride. Now they're just walking back and forth like, hey, dude, it's weird. They're just like, I don't care. Let's just get this over with so we can just go on about our lives. Like this is. So it's.
I can only imagine. I bet if the DJs, I haven't had any DJs do this yet, but maybe it'd be a cool idea. Is team up with the photographers and videographers and maybe have like some sweet, intimate, romantic music going on in the background when they're doing their first look or their first touch, something like that. Just like increase that level of intimacy. Give us photographers and videographers a little bit of crying time from the couple because it's always real good for us. We love that.
And then put it with the after movie, the after movie or whatever. And then you should probably invent that. I guarantee you can make a lot of money.
I'm thinking about it. You should
probably do that.
All right, you kind of already touched on it. Like you said that you like to look at the big names, but who inspires you or what inspires you as a DJ? As a
DJ, the thing that inspires me the most is just watching people have fun. Again, coming from the EDM background, it's, everybody knows EDM as being about love and plur and peace, unity, love, respect, all that stuff. But it's say for instance, you play a song and you see someone looking up and they're just like really into the moment and they're some people cry. Heck, I even cried at one of the festivals. I didn't even know I was crying. I was like, why am I crying?
Wow, what?
I mean, what
was going on there?
It was just the music, dude. I don't know. It was Armin van Buuren. Shout out Armin van Buuren, old school. But he was playing. He went on right before Martin Garrix, but it was just a bunch of stuff happening, and I'm sitting there going, "Holy crap, this is awesome!" And I was like, I'm crying right now, and the music was just, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, it was that experience, and then translating that to me being on stage to give that to somebody it's just crazy. You're like, dude, I just pushed the song, so, but seeing that, and then,
I can only imagine that. It's got to give you some sort of reaction inside yourself. It's just like, man, I love what I'm doing right now.
And again, it's over in a flash, but it's a weird time conundrum. It's like, I'm here, I'm doing it, I see it happening, and then it's like it's over, but then you look back and you're like, wow, I just did that.
Yeah, I get that. I get you so much right now.
Yeah, so, but it's the reaction of just seeing people just enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like I said, the influences, Martin Garrix, really, really huge influence. I mean, if you're going to study something, study the number one DJ in the world.
Yeah.
Bottom line, if you study the number
Martin
one,
Garrix.
that's who he is. And, you know, he's won like number one DJ in the world like 3 years in a row. But, you know, it's because he's number one.
Yeah.
Why is he number one? How do you get to that level? And that's why I keep referencing him. But I mean, there's, God bless, Steve Aoki, yeah, like I said, Armin van Buuren, Brooks, a bunch of big room European DJs. I'm not really into the headbanging stuff like that. I'm more of into an experience. You know, some people say that is, you know, I take that back. Excision, huge, Elenium, things like that. I mean, a lot of influences.
That's good.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
But,
yeah, if you're good, do it. Okay, here's a good one. If you only had one piece of your own music that you wanted people to listen to get a sense of who you specifically are, what song is that going to be? What piece of music is that going to be?
I don't think I've made that quite yet. Working on it, like I said. Some things are
Big stuff
happening.
coming?
Yeah, some things are happening. But the thing you can know is epic.
Yeah.
Think Hans Zimmer,
Okay.
you know, orchestra, like I said, big room, lasers going everywhere, smoke, fog machines, and fire and everything, just really, really huge.
Yeah.
And you know, I guess to reference the you know, Infinity War in Endgame, like the last scene of, you know, 50,000 superheroes going against, you know,
Doctor Strange opens up those portals and everybody just comes through.
And everybody comes through, and you're like, okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's do this. Like let's go at it. So that's
to put that feeling of such a massive scale into a song. I'm looking forward to this, man.
That's
shoot that to me as soon as you do it, man.
Yeah, it's in the works.
I imagine it's not something you create overnight.
Oh,
there's no way.
God, no, no. That's
how many months do you really work on?
Okay,
on a
so
song?
when the rule of thumb that I've learned from, you know, classes and master classes and, you know, watching, you know, obviously YouTubes and studying, because I don't have a degree in music or anything like that, but every major DJ says you at least need 300 to 500 practice songs before you can even develop your own sound to get good at what you do.
Yeah.
So it's months on months, and I mean it's and you know, I've been blessed to know people that have been in the game for years that'll mentor and say, okay, do this, tweak this here, do this. So it's gone a little faster, but I've been working on learning music for going on 2.5 years now. Or programming into the DAW of, you know, of what I'm using 2.5 years, and I'm nowhere near the epic scale of, you know, like I'm saying,
creating
that yeah, it's
humble.
months and God bless the people that think they can just get out there and do it. I'm like, go you if you think you're putting out that, you know, but if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right.
Yeah, come on.
Again, it's not, if it's not right, I'm not going to do it. And, you know, God bless my girl, she's heard, she's sleeping and hearing and I'm like, oh, that's not right.
God bless your neighbors, surely.
Yeah, them too. You know, it's you know, and she's like, turn it down, and I'm like, that's not right. This sucks, babe. This sucks. I can't get this right. Blah. And she's like, shut up, just do it. And I'm like, okay. And you know, I'm up. You know, I work a full-time job, and then come home and work a full-time job. I mean, that's literally it.
That's what it is. You're putting those hours, man. You're putting those hours to build your legacy.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's awesome, man. I totally relate to that. You got to go through so many hours of working to really, before you even develop your own style, your own real thing. That's the exact same thing in photography.
Yeah.
You'll take, I think the thing is, like, you take like 1,000 real good photos before you take the one that's really yours.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, and I assume you're sitting there going, okay, I got one.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
I got one. I can put in the
yeah,
portfolio.
I got one.
That's good. But all this other stuff.
Yeah, and you're sitting there going, wow, that's all crap. And then now you got to do that all over again to get the second.
Yeah.
So it's again, God bless those people who think they can just go out there and do it. I mean, that's the start.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We all got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere,
but you just got to realize you just started.
Yeah, exactly. And then again, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm with that.
So yeah.
I'm with that. Let's do it.
Getting down to the end.
Yeah, man. Got like what, 5 left? All right. Here we go. Where and when do you perform next?
I actually have a show coming up I'm opening or support for Sick Kick next Friday. And that is, I want to say the 6th? What is that? What date is that?
I think it's the 6th.
I think it's the 6th. Next Friday. The 6th for Sick Kick, along with the homie Bastani. And a couple of other DJs, Blake O, who's been in the game in Oklahoma City that's the way, like everybody knows him. He's the waiting DJ. He is that guy.
Yeah.
But he has his own progression and everything like that. He brings out a guitar, drums, and
Right.
So it's
part of his thing.
That's part of his thing, and it's some company. I'll say this, that I thought before I moved up to Oklahoma, I would go out to bars, clubs, and places like that and see these guys in that position. Now to come, 2-3 years later, full circle, that now I'm
You're with them.
with them,
Yeah.
and opening.
And I've been to a couple of your things, man, and I've seen the respect they give to you. Like, they respect you and your music, man. You go out there and you do good work, and you get that. I don't mean any disrespect to any of the guys that came before you,
Yeah.
but as soon as you got out there and you started playing music, man, Sierra and I've talked about it a lot of times, you got them going, man. You really put the feeling and the vibe in the house.
Well, thank you very much. But again, it's you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's and people want to say, oh, I gotta have my own style, and I'm like, I'm not too cool to make a fool of myself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to take myself too seriously.
Yeah.
Life is way too short to take myself too seriously.
Exactly. I'm not in it for, it's fun what I do. Again, I like giving the experience to the people, but I'm not in it to be the cool guy or anything like that. It's just what I love to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to convey that to you, and that's all I'm doing.
And you're going to do that on the 6th.
Oh yeah.
Where's it at?
It is down in a new bar. God bless you, dude. You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Give me my phone.
Yeah, we're not in a rush.
I got asked to do this last week, so I'm literally, when you leave, I'm going to start putting together what I need to put together.
Your line for that.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Is it a set?
It's a set. Okay. So I have to, and again, I prepare. That's another thing, is preparation. Some people are like, oh, dude, I get up there and I just go. And I'm like, well, how do you know what's going to fit? Mm-hmm. And how do you know that, okay, if you're up there and you play, say, for instance, a song that's big energy, and then you turn around and you don't have anything else big energy that you have.
You gotta put next to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't just switch gears.
You can't. And that's what, again, studying the big names, they prepare, they spend, say for instance, I was watching a YouTube with David Guetta, and it was like kind of a documentary type deal, but he was like, dude, I start 6 months for the set at Tomorrowland. 6 months before to do an hour.
Wow.
So
you've heard that saying, what is it? Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
And it does.
It does.
It does. And I've gotten up there and I'm like, oh crap. Like someone's like, dude, you want to DJ? Like, and I'm like, yeah. And it kind of throws me off. I'm like, dude, I'm on the spot. I'll get up there and still do what I do, but it's I don't feel right.
Yeah.
It's
Did I rush this?
Yeah, it's like, okay, I gotta put something together right now, so on and so forth. So
but you're gonna go up there with the mindset that you're gonna crush it anyway.
Yeah, surely. Of course. But but there's a difference between me preparing for a show, say for instance, coming up, You know, and by all means, it's, 2 weeks before. But it's not like I'm doing Tomorrowland or anything like that. But, like I said, he said 6 months for an hour. And I'm thinking, okay, that's an hour's worth of work, and you're starting 6 months before, and these people out here are winging it. Something's not adding up, but there's a reason he's, top 25 DJs in the world.
You're exactly right.
Something has to be coincide there.
What was that name again? Who is he?
David Guetta.
David Guetta.
Yeah, he was big. He was real big. Heck, 2008 to, well, no, I take it back. 2006 to 2014. Oh yeah, he had hits Nicki Minaj.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
On top. Wow.
Exactly. And still,
that's because he found something. He found what to do, and he did it.
And he did it. And again, I guess,
And times changed too. So like from 2006 to 14, was it?
Yeah.
That's a long time to be changing with the curve.
And still is putting out hits. I mean, but at the same time, again, that's preparation on knowing what you're doing, studying things. I mean, it's, people think the music industry is, and I'm not big in it at all. I'm still like a little fish or whatnot, but over time that I've learned, I'm like, people think you can just get up there and without any work, of knowing what someone else is doing, knowing, okay, well, I can't do this didn't work for this person. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And I'm pretty sure it's the same in the photography business of going out there and going, okay, well, this dude didn't use the right filter and this looks like crap, or, say for instance, there's too much light here.
Yeah.
All of that
different
stuff
genres need different
different things,
settings and different work. Yeah,
exactly.
Did we figure out where it was?
Sunset Patio.
Yeah, Sunset Patio. Yeah, it's off Northwest 10th. Yeah, there you go. So
how do people get tickets for that?
They go online. There's actually a link. You can go look at my Facebook page. Facebook's really big out here in Oklahoma City for some odd reason. But shout out to Facebook, by the way. No offense, but Instagram. It's on my Instagram. DJ Jax Steel. It is on Snapchat, so on and so forth. All the socials. So
okay.
But
we'll get those and we'll link those.
Yeah, most definitely. But there's tickets, and I mean, the buzz for for Sick Kick is strangely, like, people are coming up to me, bro, how do I get on the Sick Kick show? How do I get? I'm like, just go to the link, bro. I didn't know this was going to be this big of a deal. But
let's go, man.
Yeah, so
come on, you might have a new max number you get to perform for.
I hope so. And at the same time, that the nervousness is always there.
It's so real, dude. And from what I hear, it doesn't matter how big you get.
And I'm playing like for instance, I got festivals coming up again in Arkansas, and I got and I have local shows that I'm doing here, as well as linking with cat out of Virginia, supposed to have a connection in Vegas, but that's again, like I said, in the works and things. But it's until you hit play on the CDJ, it's like, you're like, oh my God, I hope I don't mess up. I hope I don't push the wrong button. I hope I don't.
You hear that beat and you click
and
into
then it goes. I mean, that's just, it's, again, dude, it's a strange thing. I'll freak out, again, I asked my girl, she's like, dog, you're good, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this song doesn't flow. This doesn't do this. This doesn't go here. And it's me just freaking out. But then as soon as you hit play, it's like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Ooh, we good. That's why I didn't get the glass, but I thought I was going to drop it. All right. So where can people go to hear some of your personal work?
They can. I mean, the old work. It's still up.
What do you want to send them to now?
Obviously, again, my Facebook page, and I also have an artist page.
DJ Jax Steel.
DJ Jax with SoundCloud. Got some mixes on there. You can hear, but it's other people's work, or other people's music. But it's me mixing. It's obviously me doing a DJ set or whatever. But as far as music is concerned, I do have old work up. Is it good? Not to where at the time I thought it was great.
Yeah. This is the new thing.
Yeah, but now looking at it and hearing it, it's like, wow, that's Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna take this down.
Or at least make it
redo.
unpublic, make it private.
Yeah,
you know, because you don't want to do away with those.
Yeah,
things.
exactly. And thank God I still have the file. I can go touch them up and actually make them good.
Yeah.
But
that's an idea right there.
yeah, see, you don't ever want to get rid of ideas, or use bits and pieces from here and there, and then make something new. But
I mean, maybe make a track that has like all your old stuff combining with your new stuff, just kind of showing a progression of who DJ Jax Steel is. That's
exactly. But yeah, man, like I said, things are coming. It's like I said, you start, and then you get about 500 in, and then you're good.
Yeah.
I was not 500 in. I thought I was one of those that was yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm making awesome music, and now I'm just like, yeah, we don't talk about that. You're nowhere near.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna redo some of that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, you answer this like time and time again, but give a shout out again to like your mentors. Who are you looking up to?
One of the mentors is right now we just started working together finally after asking is Bastani. He shout out to Bastani. He's one of the cats that is underrated from Oklahoma City. Cat had a South American tour. Did it all himself. He got signed by Sony.
Oh wow!
Sony.
To do what?
Make music. That's where Martin Garrix was on a label as well. With
really?
Yeah. So and he was fortunate enough to go out to Vegas, meet people, and now he's like, dude, he saw me perform and put together my sets and things like that. He's like, dude, you have that part down. Yeah. Now you have to start making music, because that's the marriage between a DJ and then a DJ producer that actually is doing things. And he's like, bro, we gotta link up. I mean, I know you're doing this, but let's get you on the fast track. So shout out to Bastani, and then you have a cat named Whiskers, Subsonic. Shout out to Subsonics, and then the All Booties Matter crew. Oklahoma City has a nice pool of talent that no one knows about. I mean, you just don't hear about them.
Yeah.
You don't see them on the main stage, but it's crazy, because I like to say Oklahoma City is about 20 years behind Dallas.
Yeah, wow. Dallas is a lot of people coming out left and right.
And that's what I'm saying. And so, being out here for so long and seeing the evolution of, okay, now it's like Oklahoma is getting to it, but again, the pool of talent, like everywhere we go, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, everywhere we go, it's wow, we didn't know this was here.
Yeah. There's a lot here in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City is full.
Yeah,
it's full of talent, man.
It's full of talent that, and that's in everything. I mean, and I know that's easy to say, coming from the actual specific place, but no one knows. Everybody thinks we're just like a country. We ride horses and dip and yeehaw.
And Toby Keith's from here. That's what we got, right?
Yeah, it's like
no shade on Toby Keith. Like, he's awesome.
But, yeah, but there's a whole nother realm of just talent.
Yeah.
That hasn't come out yet. That hopefully people will be.
Well, we have a lot of movies, shooting around here all of a sudden, and I think more talent is going to really come up through there as well. And I think maybe Oklahoma will get the spotlight it really does deserve. Yeah. There's like you said, it's just a lot here.
It's a lot here, and no offense to Dallas or whatever, but I think it'd be easier to come out of a place where it hasn't been found yet versus an oversaturated market. I'm with that. That's my little take on that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. 2 left. All right. How do you like to receive song requests for weddings? And when? What's your timeline? What do you like?
My timeline is in the beginning. Okay. It's if I don't have it, I'll get it. But please do that in the beginning. So that, because again, I don't just push play. I'm not a jukebox.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing something, I'm also I'm thinking 3 or 4 songs ahead to make a solid, consistent mix, so I don't interrupt the flow of the party. Again, in the beginning, so I know where to put it in the queue.
Yeah.
That's
because you don't want to go from party rock anthem to something
yeah,
like Lady Annabella.
it throws everything off, and then people are like, okay, and then they get into that groove, and then when I want to pick it back up, it's like I gotta just stop, and then now we're about to go out and party again, and people are like, okay, and you'll see the different mix of people standing up, sitting down, and instead of it just being one consistent body of it's like a flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a prom. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then all of a sudden, Casey and JoJo comes on. You're like, dude, what? Where did that come from? Like, I guess I'm gonna slow dance now.
Oh,
and so yeah, do it in the beginning. Text messages, something. Write it down on a piece of paper. Get it in. Now, by all means, if you are a part of the party and you want to hear something, yes. But come tell me. But if you're just a guest and you want to hear something, dude, get there early for me. Let me find. Okay, I can throw this in here. Again, I like to prepare for it. So,
all right. Remember that one that I said? This is a dumb question. I feel like it's a dumb question because I know who you are. Are you a hunter or a gatherer?
Oh, dude, I'm a hunter.
Yeah, easy, right? What are you hunting? What are you going out there and getting? You had to put something on the table. What is it?
Jesus.
You're in the wilderness. It's ice cold.
If it's ice cold in the wilderness, oh, dude, I'm getting a bear.
You gonna take a whole bear now?
Dude, if I'm gonna eat, if it's life or death, I'm either gonna die from cold or I'm gonna die from getting attacked by a bear. I might as well kill the bear, get a coat, and do everything.
Bear meat, but I mean that sounds. I'd try it,
dude.
I've had elk.
Again, life or death. We're talking life or death. There's some things I'm just like.
Yeah.
But no, dude, let's go. If it's cold, I'm in the Arctic and so on and so forth.
And what are you using to get?
Heck, whatever I can throw
all right.
away from the bear, so that if it does come at me, I can try to run.
Come back with a tactical advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something far.
That's awesome.
Not close.
That's awesome. Well, I do actually have one more question for you.
What's up,
you were maybe it was a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, but you were somewhere dancing, headbanging, and all of a sudden you got Shaquille O'Neal next to you.
Oh, bud.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so
what's going on? Where are you at?
Okay, so I'm downtown. Shout out Jeff Rogers Concepts, all of that. But I'm downtown, and I was like, dude, Shaq's gonna be here and DJing. I'm like, Shaq DJs?
What?
And that's why I was like, okay, let's...
The real Shaq?
The reals, yeah. And I'm sitting there going, let's see. Knowing a little bit about Shaq, he's old school. And I'm talking real old school. Like, he was around when Tupac, Biggie, he had rap albums. And he was in... Okay, so you're a basketball player, you're in music too. But it's like, is this a real thing? And then come to find out, okay, Shaq, dude, you like dubstep and rhythm on top of all that, which is head banging. I'm gonna show you where it is. Dubstep and me have but yeah. So I'm like, okay, Shaq, that's real weird that you like. Basically, it's rock music, but with EDM. Okay. That's the best way I can describe it. Hard, like, and you're like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, I'm 6'3", 300 pounds.
I mean, Shaq made you look dwarf, brother.
And I've never felt so bad. Like when I walk up and hug people, I now know how that feels.
It was
the weirdest feeling. These feelings. It was the weirdest thing I've felt in my life, being just dominated by a dude, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this dude plays basketball, Hall of Fame, so, but
he's gonna be big.
Yeah, he's gonna be big, but I'm big. I'm not small.
I'm 5'3". You're 6'3", right?
Yeah.
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 I get that. And how tall is he?
He's 6'9", something around there.
Only
6'9", 6'10".
Man.
So he's tall as crap. I mean, I'm like this doing, hey, what's up, Shaq? And that's weird to me. So, you know, he's playing the dubstep. I mean, has the whole club rocking. And again, he came down just to, you know, let's go. And he, you know, me being big, and I guess him being big, you know, he was like, come on, bro, let's, you know.
You guys were just like together.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, he goes like this. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, he's so strong. He's so strong. He was like doing this, and I'm sitting there going,
I mean, the guy was going hard. He was so sweaty.
He was going hard.
People get sweaty.
No,
you know,
he was.
Yeah,
but he was going hard, and he was like, "Let's," and I'm sitting there going, "Why am I being tossed around?" Was he working out some anger issues or something?
I
don't know. But
okay. So my real question here is: you came over and whispered something into his ear. Do you remember what that was?
God, no.
No,
not at all.
It's on video. It's on video, and then I couldn't make out what you said.
I guess it was like, "What's up, Shaq?" or "Let's." Like I was into it too.
Yeah,
so
obviously, yeah.
I was probably like, "Let's go, bro," and he let's go, because I felt like a rag doll, dude. And I'm like, now imagine these little skinny basketball players that are, you know, 220, and he's like, boom, boom. I'm Shaq. Like, that was the weirdest feeling I've ever felt. I felt so tiny. Wow. I felt so small. And
well, I'll tell you what, man, you're not small. And here in Oklahoma City, you're doing nothing but growing. So you're doing something right. You're putting in the work, and you know it's obvious. You're gonna grow. You're gonna keep going, man. And I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Dude, this is fun.
Thanks for being on the pilot episode, because this has been a lot of fun, and I think people are gonna really enjoy this.
And you have something going here, dude. Again, this concept, and shout out to your lovely wife behind the scenes. By the way, she's like, oh my God, I'm just sitting here. Yeah, man, it's fun, man, and you know, like my little house, little studio, whatever. But
one more time, plug the socials.
DJ Jax Steel on Facebook or under Brandon Lee, but DJ Jax Steel is my artist page. DJ Jax Steel on Instagram, you know, Twitter. DJ Jax, everything's DJ Jax Steel.
DJ Jax Steel all around.
That's
all
it.
around.
Yeah.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
If you guys like this video, please hit like, hit subscribe. I'm going to be doing 21 questions for 21 vendors in 2021. We have about 22, 23 weeks left in the year of 2021, and we got 21 vendors coming your way. Number one knocked out right here, Brandon Lee, DJ Jax Steel. Thanks. Take care, guys.